I'm gonna teach you how to do a six-step. You ever heard of a six-step? I'm gonna show you what it looks like. It looks something like this.
Yo, what up world? This is Jeremy, the general manager here at Break Free Worldwide, and today, class is in session. I don't like it. Yo, what up world? This is Jeremy, the general manager here at Break Free Worldwide. Today, class is in session, and the phone is ringing. It's opportunity, baby. It's a great day at Break Free. This is Jeremy. How may I help you? The lesson is Headtracks. Headtracks can be used as a transition, or as a power move, or any general move by itself. And I think it's one of the most important connecting pieces for a b-boy or a b-girl in their freestyle and in their rounds. Today, I'm going to teach you how to deconstruct the head track and understand the building blocks of it, and then learn it all the way up from beginning, intermediate, and advanced level to where you can control it and place it on the floor wherever you would like. Alright, let's get into it. So before going into the actual mechanics of a head track, I think it's important if we deconstruct the move and we see the building blocks of it and understand it's important to master these initial building blocks before you even try and attempt a head track. It also helps us understand the move and the mechanics better. A head track is one of the more advanced level moves. It is really complex, and if you understand these building blocks, I think it'll help you get the move faster, and I think these are the things that should be mastered first before even attempting a head track. So the first is a chair freeze, and a chair freeze position and being able to hold it and be comfortable with it. So initial stab position, initial stab freeze, but a chair freeze is bending that leg back, arching your back and using your head, almost like a head bridge, and being comfortable with this. Beyond that, I think it's important to understand and be able to switch your legs, and even starting with just holding your hand right here first, and prepping yourself like that, being able to hold with this leg on the ground, or a reverse chair, right? So switching legs and drilling how it feels to manipulate this position and be comfortable with it. The second building block of a head track is a bridge roll. So from a head bridge position or a chair freeze position, being able to transfer over to the middle part of a bridge, transfer over to the other side, and roll while keeping your head on the ground the whole time. Either way that you're going, it's good to master both directions, but being able to comfortably maneuver on the ground and go between a chair freeze on one side, a stab in the middle, a head bridge in the middle, and all the way back over again. So now that we understand two really essential building blocks of a head track, I'm going to teach how to do a head track from three different positions. The first is going to be the hardest position. So we're going to learn it from a stab freeze. So a stab freeze, or open baby, is throwing it from here. So the first thing that I want you to do is wind your legs up and then place your foot down into a reverse chair freeze position. So it'd be really good and really important to be able to go from here and drill how to go into a reverse chair position right there to generate that momentum for a head track. So once you drill being able to go from a stab position, winding your legs up and putting that foot down for a reverse chair freeze position, before actually trying to attempt the head track, I think it's important, or it'd be much more beneficial, to attempt and learn the head track with no momentum built at all. So it's good to drill at first and be able to understand the concept of building that momentum in that starting position from a freeze, but to actually attempt and learn the head track, I always like to introduce it to students and try to get them to initialize the head track with no momentum from that head track, from that reverse chair position. So what that means is holding this and then attempting to learn and throw the head track from this position. So first, I want you to try to lift this hand off the ground to get comfortable and be able to be strong in this position. So once you're building up that strength and comfortability in that reverse chair position, now let's talk about the mechanics of the head track. So there's two things that you are using to push off the ground and generate that momentum for a head track. One is your hand, that hand that is in a chair freeze position, And 2 is that initial front leg, the one that's on the ground, and particularly the balls of your feet, your toes, in order to push off the ground. So at the same time, in harmony, you're pushing off the ground with your wrist, the one that's in that chair freeze position, and that ball of your feet, your toes, that's on the ground in that reverse chair position. So holding that reverse chair position, right, it's also really beneficial to be able to get used to this motion, which is the momentum builder from your feet. But when you throw the actual chair track, it's going to be a combination of your wrist, your hands, and your feet. So I always say when it comes to more advanced moves like this, and in particular power moves, it all is a combination of a lot of different things happening at once and like a simultaneous explosion. So breaking this move down, you're pushing off your wrist, your foot, you're also bridging and getting your shoulders off the ground and getting that arch in your back. And also when you come around, your opposite leg, the one that's in the air, that is being used to generate more momentum, and your arms are also coming around to generate momentum and continue that move, and then finally catching back into that stab position. So all of these things are happening at once. So it's important to understand each one of these things, but when you actually drill the move, everything has to come together in harmony in order to complete it. So in particular, now that you're drilling, being able to push off the ground with your hand and your feet, let's talk about our hand and our leg that's in the air. So at the same time that I'm pushing off my hand and my foot, I'm gonna throw this arm back, and I'm gonna also use this to carry me over and get even more momentum. Now, through constant repetition and making adjustments with this move on these building blocks that I talked about, you will start to understand and build up your comfortability with the head track. One of the biggest things that I can say, biggest piece of advice that I say for a head track, a lot of people, a lot of beginners, when they're getting into it, they think a head track is done perfectly around your head, like a crown or a halo. But to understand the move, especially in the beginning, I think it's important that when you throw the head track, you try to aim for the top of your head. So if you notice, when I throw the head track, I'm bridging and using my head, but when I come around, I'm almost in a headstand. I go high up on my head and I lift my hips up, right? And that height allows me to control, and when I come around from the head track, I can either continue and go all the way up to my head, or a windmill, or any power move, or I can control it and just catch into a stab freeze position. You ever just get lost with what you're saying? The third and final position, of which I'll show you how to throw a head track, and this is essential for you freestyling and using things like back rocks, and if you're ever on your back, how you can throw a head track. It's also an easier way to throw it, so let me reiterate that it's more important for you to learn this head track from that chair freeze position, that reverse chair freeze, rather than on your back. But if you're able to throw it from that stab position or that reverse chair freeze position, from your back should be no problem. So from your back, you're generating the momentum by first bridging up with your head as you're kicking off the ground, coming around with your arms and your legs, the one that's in the air, and then catching into a stab position. Again, you are trying to aim for the top of your head rather than a crown or a halo, the sides of your head. So when I'm kicking off the ground, this is a good thing to drill too, being able to kick off the balls of your feet. Aim for the top of your head so you're able to control and guide, maybe go to a headstand, head spin, windmill, whatever it is, but you can control it in any way if you go to the top of your head. Good. And make sure you have essential oils, because that's the key to this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's essential.
Alright. Is you put on your pants, because you can't do anything without pants. So, make sure you put it in.
Yo, what's up everybody? Make sure to like, comment, subscribe for more tutorials and more information on Break Free.